today we just want to talk about what's happening in our lives at this time. I know sometimes people think that it's all going rosy. So this time we're going to talk about the non-rosy aspects of our lives today.
Yeah.
So there's something interesting going on, and we decided to put it out there so that people can see that in life there are ups and downs, but how do we handle our own ups and downs?
Yeah. And so this is happening just after we got our global talent visa. So if you didn't know this, Shoma got endorsed by the UKRI for a global talent. We got a global talent endorsement, and we switched to the global talent visa. And just right after that, we found ourselves in a situation where
we're job hunting.
We are job hunting.
We're back in the market.
Yes. For me, I was on a fixed contract, and the contract would expire this month. And so, which means that by the end of this month, I'll be out of job.
Yeah.
And I'll have to, start looking for job. And similarly, for some reasons, she would also be leaving her job.
Yeah.
As well.
So we're both in that boat in the same month.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's an interesting situation to be in. Of course, if you ask us how we feel, let me even ask you, how do you feel?
Well, initially it felt a bit scary.
I would say, scary, awkward.
Because it's never happened that way. I think this will be our first time of having that experience, because we've always been working.
Yeah.
Or, we've never had it this way that we're going to be looking for a job at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's a new thing for us. It's never happened to us before. So maybe if we had experienced that, I would know how exactly to feel. So it's new.
Yeah, so for me it's two things. I feel a lot of relief, and the relief is not that I don't feel fear, but some aspect of that fear is being relieved because of the global talent visa that we are on. And so we would not be needing a sponsor and any employer to sponsor us. So what that means is that it makes our option wider. We are open to taking contract jobs, not necessarily permanent roles, and you're not begging anybody for sponsorship, which is one of the reasons that some organizations would not take you in. So that comfort, took away some of the pressure. Yeah, but of course, truth be told, there's a lot of work to be done. You have to get into the market. It's competitive. We spoke to some people.
Yesterday.
They said that they've been looking for jobs and they're not getting called for interviews.
I had a call with one of my coaches yesterday, and her feedback wasn't very positive. She said she's been helping people review their resumes, and they've been applying for jobs and they're not getting called. And I have a few friends who've been searching for jobs too. They said they have not been called. So, but for me, really, I'm used to hearing negative things all my life. So those kind of things they are not my problems, honestly. I don't put my mind on people's experiences, because I always think that, that's their own experience. I want to go and test the waters myself.
For me, similarly, I spoke to a friend, and he mentioned things like, about this time, people are on holiday, projects are slowing down, that generally in the industry, things are a bit sleepy, and it can be a bit discouraging, but again, and this is not just for her, this is the way we think. When we hear negative news, first of all, we try to stay away from negative news as one. So those people that come with negative news, for this period, they are our friends, but we'll just keep away from them. That's one. Then people talk from their own personal experience.
Yeah,
And people's personal experience must not become their experience.
exactly.
You can decide to, go and do what you're supposed to do and not let people's experience stop you.
Even if we start on people's experience,
Yeah, we won't be talking
global
about
talent
global
visa
talent.
today,
We won't
I'm
be talking
telling you,
about the jobs we
because-
got. We won't be talking about lots of things. So,
Yeah, so-
over time, we've understood that people have their personal experience. Across the social media, you hear people say that their experience, their Japa experience was bad, that they don't advise people to come out. You see all sorts of negative news. So if you're hunting for negative news,
You will hear
you
them.
will get a lot of it, loads of it. But that's not how we work.
Yeah,
We
block
focus,
out
block out
and focus on our work.
on our
Yeah,
goal,
what we
we're
want to
chasing.
achieve.
So the question is, how are we planning to approach this?
Yeah, so the first thing is that we've given ourselves a target that we're going to work the whole month searching for this job. So, in some of the videos we've done in the past, if you've listened to me, you would hear me say things like looking for job is a job, or in my write-up. So that is our approach. So we're going to make looking for job our job. Every day we're going to wake up like we're about to go to work, and we are just looking for job. The same way we prepare for our jobs, wake up in the morning. Like in the past few days, I've been waking up like 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock ish.
Yeah.
Then that is it. We just hit the day, hit the ground running with applications. And our minimum target anytime we're searching for job is 10 applications per day at the minimum.
Minimum, yeah.
So this one, we are all out for it in this month of
working
September.
towards 20 applications per day. Yeah.
So that is it. And that's one way. So what are the other things that we're doing?
Yeah, for me, I'm taking a break. I'm looking at the work I've done. I'm going to extract my achievements, my latest achievement, and update my resume, my CV, with all that. Do my cover letters, and for interviews, I am preparing by listing scenarios based on my experience, and this is in preparation for interviews so that I can also improve on interviews. So it's not just about when when my application starts, receiving interview calls, I'll start preparing. So we're preparing for interviews as well.
Ahead of the interview. Yeah, we also talked about having mock interviews.
Yeah, we'll have mock interviews,
and also find other people that are trying to do what we're doing, and set up our mock interviews.
Yeah.
So that we're preparing ahead of being called.
Yeah.
Because definitely we know we'll be called for interviews.
So at this time, I'm also expanding my network, reaching out to hiring agencies, dropping my CV, talking with friends and all that. So,
do you have an idea of how many agencies that you have already signed up with?
They're nearly up to 10. If I start counting, it should be more than 10. So I have a lot of them. Mentioned starting from LinkedIn, going to Indeed, you have CV Library, you have Reads, you have Hacker Job, you have there are just so many of them, eFinancials, so many of them, in my email inbox. So we'll just activate all of those. Not forgetting to update your LinkedIn profile, our LinkedIn profile. All the things that we need to do to make us searchable and bring us to the fore in the eyes of hiring and managers and recruiters. We'll do that. I would regularly make posts to show that I am a subject matter expert in my area. So this kind of gives people confidence that I know what I'm doing. If I'm employed, I know what I'll do. So this is just a tidbit of the things we're doing. And
like today we said we're going to print out our calendars and begin to track our applications per day, because at the end of the day we're going to have roll call sessions where we're going to ask ourselves, so how many applications have we done, and what have we achieved for the day, because this is the goal before us right now, and that's what we're working on for this month of September. The whole of September, that's our goal, to
Get the job,
get the jobs.
Yes. So in other words, we are holding ourselves accountable. Yeah, we'll be our accountable partner for now. And of course, if we need to get in other people to do mock interviews for us and all that, my former colleagues in my current workplace have also offered to go through my interview, run some mock interviews. So I explore all that, and just like we have always done, anything we set our eyes on, any goal we set for ourselves, we always achieve it. Global Talent Visa did not come like that. It was a goal.
Yeah, it was a goal. It was a goal that I put up on my wardrobe door.
Yeah.
In January.
On my Notion, it was one of the goals there, and now I've checked it. I've crossed it off.
I think we put that thing up in January.
Yeah, about January.
Yeah, after the bounced our first application.
Yeah.
So and now in about 7 months we ticked it off.
So that's the power of goal setting, and we'll come back when we've implemented,
gotten this done,
and gotten over this phase, and just tell you that some of these things you don't have to fret about them.
Yeah.
You don't have to go panicking. This is not the time to start praying, out of fear like our people would do, our religious people would do.
It's time to get to work.
Or sowing seed, and this time to get to work. And this is how you approach every aspect of your life if you want to be a high flyer, if you want to be successful. So that's it. Okay.
In closing, I would say that it's also a time for me to reflect on my past work and other things I've done in the past, because in reflecting, you would see the lessons learned that I would want to move into my next role, and it's very important, especially also during your interview, because if you're coming from a place of, during my reflection, this was what I found out, and I believe that in the next role, these are some of the things I'm going to be doing based on that. So it's also a time for me to reflect, and I'm also happy that since I came here, I've not had the opportunity to rest. So for us, we're using this 1 month to rest. We haven't rested since we came. We've just been running doing
about,
one thing or the
doing
other.
things,
So
setting goals,
we're taking our time and resting a bit this period, so that, because we know that when we get this job, we're going to get busy again. So looking forward to better news in our next video,
and we'll share that once it comes. So
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.